Adiola's scream tore through the night like a wounded animal. The maternity ward smelled of sweat, antiseptic, and desperation. Her back arched as another wave of pain slammed into her body. Her hands clawed at the thin mattress, her hair plastered to her damp face. A nurse pressed her knees apart, urging her to push, while her best friend Simi knelt beside her, fanning her furiously with a torn piece of cardboard. "Breathe, Adiola. Just breathe," Simi urged, her voice trembling. Adiola's lips cracked as she rasped, "Where is he? Where is Sunday? Where is my husband?" The nurses exchanged pitying looks. One of them muttered under her breath, loud enough for the whole ward to hear, "A man abandoning his wife on her delivery day. Such a thing has never ended well." Another nurse snorted. "Instead of standing beside her, he has gone chasing shadows in the city. Shame will follow him." Adiola heard them. Their words sank into her like shards of glass, but she pushed again because life demanded it. Her body felt split in two, and her heart already felt broken. With one final scream, her child slipped into the world. The nurse held up the tiny, blood-slicked boy and announced, "It's a son." Tears streamed down Adiola's face. A son, a blessing. She reached out trembling arms, pulling him to her chest, inhaling his newness, feeling a sliver of hope ignite. For a moment, just one fleeting moment, joy filled her weary heart. Then the doors slammed open. The sound was sharp, startling. Nurses gasped and turned. Adiola raised her head weakly, her baby in her arms. And there he stood, her husband, Sunday. But he was not alone. By his side stood Nancy, the woman he had always called just a friend. Only now she was no longer dressed like a friend. She was radiant in shimmering bridal attire, her wrists heavy with gold, her headpiece glittering with jewels, and Sunday himself was wearing the white embroidered tunic of a groom. Adiola's heart stopped. She blinked, hoping it was a cruel dream. But no, his arm was linked with Nancy's, and his lips curled in a smile so wicked it made her blood run cold. "Sunday." Adiola's voice broke. "Where have you been? Our son. Look at him. He's beautiful. He looks like you." Sunday's eyes flicked toward the infant, then hardened with disdain. He laughed bitterly. "Son, don't make me laugh, Adiola. That scrawny thing. That is no child of mine. Do you think you can trap me with your bastard?" Gasps filled the ward. Even the nurses froze. Nancy giggled beside him, covering her mouth like a cruel child. "Poor Adiola. Even after all these years, you still don't see. He belongs to me now. You can keep your tears and your bastard." Adiola clutched her baby tighter, her voice shaking. "Sunday, don't do this. I loved you. I stayed when your family despised me. I cooked, I cleaned, I worked for you. I stood by you when you had nothing." "And look at you now," Nancy cut in sharply, her voice dripping with mockery. "Still nothing, still begging." Sunday's lip curled. "Adiola, I am done with you. I found a woman of wealth, of class. You were just a mistake I tolerated for too long. Today, Nancy becomes my wife. You are nothing to me." He spat the words and turned, dragging Nancy out by the hand. The ward echoed with their cruel laughter as the door shut behind them. Adiola sobbed, cradling her newborn, her tears falling onto his soft cheeks. 3 days later, Adiola, still weak from childbirth, tied her wrapper tightly around her waist and strapped her baby to her back. "Are you sure about this?" Simi asked, her brows knitted with worry. "I have to try," Adiola whispered, "for my child's sake. I cannot let his father cast us aside so easily. Maybe if I beg, if I remind him of our love, he will return." With trembling steps, she made her way to Sunday's family compound. The compound was alive with music and laughter. As Adiola approached, her heart sank. Women danced in bright wrappers. Men clapped to the beat of drums. Children ran about with sweets in their hands. And at the center of it all sat Nancy, resplendent in flowing lace, sitting boldly on the chair that had once belonged to her. Beside her, Sunday laughed loudly, his hand possessively resting on Nancy's lap. "Nancy, my jewel," he boasted, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Since you entered my life, blessings have followed me. I wasted too many years with the wrong woman, but now my true life begins." Laughter erupted from his family. Adiola froze, her legs felt like lead, but she forced herself forward, her voice trembling. "Sunday, it's me. Please don't do this. Think of our son. He needs his father. I need you." For a moment, silence fell. Then Nancy threw her head back and laughed, a high, mocking sound that sliced through Adiola's heart. "You need him? Don't you see, woman? You are a discarded rag. He has chosen me. You are nothing but his past mistake." The family joined in her laughter, some clapping mockingly. Sunday rose, his face twisted with contempt. Adiola, listen carefully. You do not belong here. This is no longer your home. Go back to whatever gutter you crawled out from. You will not shame me by standing here. Adiola's knees buckled. Her baby whimpered on her back. She wanted to collapse, but her pride forced her to stand tall. Please, she whispered one last time. Sunday's voice thundered across the compound. Leave before I throw you out myself. And with that, he turned his back on her. The laughter resumed as Adiola stumbled away, tears streaming down her face, her heart shattering into 1,000 pieces. Back in her tiny rented room, Adiola sat in the dark, her baby cradled to her chest. Simi knelt beside her. You should forget him. He doesn't deserve you. But Adiola only stared at the wall, her mind racing with memories. She remembered the nights she went to bed hungry so Sunday could eat. She remembered the insults his family hurled at her, calling her barren before this child came. She remembered Nancy always hanging around, pretending to be a friend. And through it all, she had stayed. For love, for loyalty. Now it was clear. She had wasted her tears on a man who never valued her. Adiola pressed her lips to her baby's forehead. I am done begging, she whispered. Her voice was quiet, but steel lay beneath it. Simi's eyes widened. For the first time, she saw something dangerous flicker in Adiola's gaze, something unbreakable. That night, the sound of engines roared outside Adiola's door. She rushed to the window and froze. A convoy of sleek, black SUVs lined the street, their headlights blazing. Neighbors gathered in awe, whispering excitedly, Who are they? Government? Soldiers? The car doors opened and men in black suits stepped out, forming a line. Then, from the center vehicle, a tall, regal man emerged, his agbada flowing, his presence commanding respect. Chief Adewale, Adeola gasped, her father. He walked straight to her door, his eyes softening when he saw her. My child, he said, his deep voice breaking. Enough of your suffering, you are my only heir. You will never know shame again. Gasps rose from the crowd. Adeola? The billionaire's daughter? Chief Adewale lifted the baby from Adeola's arms, raising him high for all to see. This child is my grandson, the heir to all I own. The crowd erupted in murmurs of shock and awe. Adeola's tears flowed, but they were no longer tears of despair. Slowly she lifted her chin, her voice calm but laced with fire. They thought I was weak. They mocked me. They cast me out. But from this day forward, she paused, her eyes narrowing with resolve. I live for revenge. The night air grew still. Even the wind seemed to bow before her vow, and in that silence part one ended, on the edge of storm.